Welcome, everyone. In this video, we are breaking down a massive shift happening right now in Russia's tech landscape that most people are completely missing. Everyone talks about advanced microchips, processors, and complex software, but today we are looking at the actual physical backbone of it all: printed circuit boards, or PCBs. Over the next 10 minutes, we will look at how Russia is trying to force a complete industrial shift to achieve total technological independence, from government cash flow to new nationwide testing grounds. Watch till the end, because we are breaking down the exact timeline of these massive changes, the hidden bottlenecks threatening to halt their plans, and how they are trying to train a brand new army of young engineers to run it all. Let's get into it. On June 5th and 6th, 2026, the Russian electronics industry convened in Moscow for what has emerged as one of the most significant industrial forums in the nation. The second all-Russian scientific and practical conference on the design, development, materials, and manufacturing technologies of printed circuit boards underscored a burgeoning reality within Russian industrial policy. Hosted by the autonomous nonprofit organization Consortium of Printed Circuit Boards and RTU Mireya, with the support of the Russian Ministry of Industry and Trade, the event proved that printed circuit boards are no longer regarded as a niche manufacturing segment, but rather as a strategic national asset. Despite the fact that discussions regarding Russia's technological developments often center on semiconductors, processors, software, and telecommunications equipment, conference participants often underscored a simpler truth. Printed circuit boards are the foundation of every contemporary electronic system. PCBs are the tangible backbone that connects electronic components to form functional products, whether in telecommunications, industrial automation, defense systems, transportation networks, or consumer electronics. Now, let's take a step back from all this heavy industrial talk for a second, because if you look closely at how tech actually gets made, it's pretty wild. We hear so much noise about the cloud and digital software, but if a single copper line on a tiny green board cracks, your multi-million-dollar radar or cellular tower is just an expensive paperweight. That reality is exactly why this whole conversation has rapidly shifted from a basic industry discussion to a high-stakes national strategy. One of the most compelling messages that emerged from the conference was that PCB manufacturing has transitioned from a standard industrial concern to a critical matter of technological sovereignty. The significance of the sector was apparent in the presence of federal authorities and representatives associated with the presidential administration. Anton Trukachev, the deputy head of the Information and Documentation Support Directorate of the President of the Russian Federation, emphasized that the national priority is to consolidate scientific, industrial, and governmental efforts in PCB production. The domestic electronics supply chain must be fortified in order to attain technological leadership, according to conference participants, and printed circuit boards are among the most critical components of this chain. It is estimated that the Ministry of Industry and Trade will review and ratify the official protocol that formalizes the conference's final recommendations. This document will delineate strategies that are designed to fortify the industry, mitigate supply chain vulnerabilities, and foster the growth of domestic manufacturing capabilities. This brings us straight into how government support is transitioning from mere theory to practice on the factory floor. The Ministry of Industry and Trade made some of the most noteworthy announcements during the summit. Deputy Minister Vasily Shpak delineated a number of initiatives that have already progressed from the planning phase to the practical implementation phase. The incorporation of printed circuit board requirements into Russia's localization framework under Government Resolution 719 is one of the most significant developments. The requirement was initially implemented for telecommunications equipment. However, it is anticipated that it will be extended to encompass additional categories of industrial products in the future. Look, let's be real here. Navigating government databases is usually an absolute nightmare, but they actually launched something interesting this year. The introduction of Russia's initial nationwide catalog of PCB manufacturers has been a further noteworthy development. The compendium, which was released by the Consortium of Printed Circuit Boards earlier this year, offers comprehensive information regarding the specialization and capabilities of domestic producers. The objective of the initiative is to assist equipment manufacturers in the identification of local suppliers and the reduction of their reliance on foreign procurement. These measures are perceived by industry executives as a component of a more comprehensive initiative to foster the expansion of domestic production capacity and promote market transparency. The development of an independent testing and certification platform for materials and technologies utilized in PCB manufacturing is a project that is of particular interest and was discussed heavily during the conference. This facility would offer objective testing capabilities for domestic chemical products, substrates, and manufacturing processes, thereby reducing dependence on foreign testing infrastructure and expediting the qualification process for Russian suppliers. If you are still watching, drop a comment below on whether you think a country can truly build a completely isolated tech stack from scratch, because that is exactly the ultimate goal here: establishing a fully independent supply chain. The necessity of localizing not only the materials and compounds necessary to produce contemporary boards, but also PCB manufacturing itself was a recurring theme throughout the event. According to a specialized group of industry observers, a major portion of Russian PCB production continues to be contingent upon the importation of chemical materials and processing technologies. As sanctions, trade restrictions, and geopolitical tensions complicate access to foreign suppliers, this dependence has become more problematic. In response, the Consortium of Printed Circuit Boards has promoted a strategy known as soft localization or phased localization. The approach aims to progressively increase the use of domestic materials while simultaneously supporting the development of Russian suppliers and testing infrastructure, rather than imposing abrupt restrictions. A central element of this strategy is the proposed National Testing Polygon, which is being developed in collaboration between RTU Myria and the consortium. The first laboratory facilities are expected to officially commence operations by the end of 2026, with full-scale capabilities being anticipated to be achieved between 2027 and 2028. It is anticipated that the facility will assess domestic chemical reagents, laminates, and production technologies for their potential applications in PCB manufacturing, tying directly into critical infrastructure and digital transformation. So, let's cut through the dry data for a moment and look at what this actually means when you turn on a computer or try to use a local network. The conference venue was also used by the Ministry of Digital Development to underscore the strategic importance of PCB manufacturing in the broader digital transformation agenda of Russia. The necessity of establishing an effective partnership framework that connects universities and industry, training highly qualified specialists, and identifying promising technological orientations was emphasized by officials. The development of roadmaps for the replacement of critical imported components and the assurance of the resilience of technological systems sustaining critical infrastructure was given particular attention. These discussions are especially significant because printed circuit boards are becoming a more integral component of telecommunications networks, industrial control systems, data centers, transportation infrastructure, and emergent digital services. The reliability and availability of PCB manufacturing capacity are becoming increasingly critical as Russia endeavors to increase its domestic production of electronic equipment. Participants demonstrated particularly keen interest in conference sessions that focused on regulatory, product labeling, and critical infrastructure solution requirements. These discussions were indicative of the increasing endeavors to establish standards that can simultaneously maintain technological competitiveness and promote localization. Moving beyond local infrastructure, the summit also highlighted broad international opportunities and exports. Export opportunities were conspicuously discussed, despite the fact that the conference primarily concentrated on domestic development and import substitution. Dedicated discussions regarding international markets and export support mechanisms were conducted by representatives from the Russian Export Center and the Digital Attaché Project Office. The goal is to enhance the competitiveness of domestic products and assist Russian PCB manufacturers and electronics companies in identifying foreign opportunities. I guess we also need to talk about the people actually building these things, which is why education is being elevated to a strategic priority. Personnel development was another significant objective of the conference. The demand for engineers, technologists, designers, and production specialists has been significantly increased by the rapid expansion of Russia's electronics industry. The consortium has previously advocated for the revival of specialized academic disciplines and the establishment of dedicated educational programs with a concentration on PCB production and electronics design, in recognition of this challenge. The conference organizers underscored that success cannot be ensured solely by industrial policy. Investments in equipment and facilities will be unable to realize their maximum potential in the absence of a consistent supply of qualified personnel. The university's role in establishing a connection between science, education, and industry was underscored by RTU Mireya rector Stanislav Kuj. Universities are increasingly anticipated to engage in the direct development of technological strategies and the conduct of applied research that is in accordance with the requirements of the industry, according to conference participants. This push for fresh talent is directly fueling the emergence of young engineers across the country. The first all-Russian hackathon, which was exclusively devoted to CAE, CAD, and CAM tools for PCB design and fabrication, was one of the conference's most unique features. The competition provided students with the opportunity to interact directly with industry challenges and gain exposure to professional design environments and engineering workflows. The initiative is consistent with the overarching objective of attracting youthful talent to the electronics and advanced manufacturing sectors. Participants were afforded the opportunity to engage with industry representatives, receive feedback on their work, and acquire practical experience that transcends conventional classroom education. The hackathon served a more significant purpose for the organizers. It illustrated that the future of the industry is contingent upon the skills and abilities of individuals, as well as the support of the government and apparatus. To feed these raw skills into actual commercial products, the focus turned toward innovation ecosystems and startups. The National Technology Transfer Association conducted a session that served as a conduit between emerging initiatives and established industry players. Major technology companies and manufacturers, such as Yadro and other prominent participants in the Russian electronics ecosystem, provided startups with opportunities to present concepts and solicit feedback. This interaction is indicative of the increasing acknowledgement that innovation commonly arises from the collaboration of entrepreneurial teams, research institutions, and large industrial organizations. The electronics sector in Russia continues to face a significant challenge in the establishment of efficient technology transfer channels, which is why the events featured a lot more than just formal presentations. The conference's value was consistently underscored by organizers as being not limited to official addresses and presentations. In order to foster informal interaction among engineers, scientists, factory managers, entrepreneurs, and government officials, a unique inter-industry case game format was implemented. Olga Kojukovskaya, CEO of the consortium, stated that the objective was to produce practical responses to urgent industry inquiries rather than formal reports. The format is indicative of a more comprehensive comprehension that intricate industrial challenges frequently necessitate direct communication across organizational boundaries. In sectors as technically demanding as electronics manufacturing, it is becoming increasingly important for regulators, academia, suppliers, and producers to collaborate. Looking at the road ahead, the discussions in Moscow exposed an industry that is enduring a rapid transformation. Government policy, educational initiatives, industrial investment, and regulatory reform are all contributing to the strategic priority of PCB manufacturing, which has transitioned from a largely invisible component of the electronics value chain. According to the Altitude Addicts, the road forward is heavily cluttered with logistical friction. Challenges continue to be substantial. Russian manufacturers continue to contend with the necessity for increased production scale, dependence on foreign materials, and intense competition from imported products. Industry associations have also advocated for the meticulous adjustment of localization requirements to ensure that new regulations promote technological advancement rather than merely increasing costs. However, another group of experts note that it is evident that the sector is gaining real momentum. A coordinated effort to fortify Russia's electronics ecosystem is indicated by the introduction of new catalogs of domestic manufacturers, testing infrastructure projects, localization measures, educational programs, and industry-wide cooperation mechanisms. The message is unambiguous for policymakers. Technological sovereignty is not solely rooted in processors and software. It also encompasses the manufacturing foundations that enable electronic systems. The conference illustrated to industry participants that printed circuit boards have emerged as a critical battleground in Russia's endeavor to achieve industrial competitiveness and technological independence in this new digital era. We thank the people who have subscribed the channel, liked, and shared the videos. We also thank the channel members for encouraging us. Last but not least, we also thank the viewers who have hyped our videos.